Episode 6. A lucky number.
Uh-oh.
So, you all have been doing pretty well for yourselves, it seems like. Raided a few deep, dark caverns. Walked away with a lot of money, a lot of good memories you were able to sell off. What's going on with you guys in the near future?
Are we going to like some other place, some other temple?
Yes, we're taking a few days downtime in town to kind of do what everyone wants. Some people specifically said they need a bunch of days, stuff like that. We're heading off to a outskirts temple of Athir, and we're basically going to cleanse this temple and kill all the filthy druggies there and avoid the one maybe Waz dude if he's there and let him go and not mess with that. Yeah.
And we'll know him by the weird blade he has.
What kind of plans do you guys have? Like, why are people wanting to hang around in town for so long?
I mean, I would prefer to just go.
But... Yeah, some spells to learn and some shopping to be done. That's for sure.
Some prima donna had to go take a shower and smell his Grey Poupon or something. Wait, that's mustard.
Yeah, successfully bluffed for how long his spells take.
Yeah, tricked us.
So we have to wait now.
And how long were you all waiting? 3 days, was it?
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's the plan.
We're meeting up on
four
the
days.
fourth
Depends
day.
on how you view it.
All right. Well, during these next few days, is there anything specific the rest of you wanted to get accomplished? Or do you just kind of want to hang out in town? I know there was a little bit of talk about potentially pursuing the 7th day lead.
About pursuing what?
The seventh day lead that Rusty had found.
Oh yeah, I was gonna pursue that lead.
Is this something you plan to do on your own, or something that you might want to bring some backup for?
I mean, I don't even know what I'm looking into, let alone why. It interests me. I guess I could. I mean, I think specifically here the person is the person's not expecting me, right? I'm just gonna be like looking for this person.
Mm-hmm. And they're supposed to be there.
Yeah, you were just given information that I believe it's like one of the servants or something along the lines for one of the families you're looking into, or basically one of the people who does their like shopping or something comes to the market every 7th day at the same time, and they supposedly reek of some berry scented perfume or something like that, and you can't miss them, and that potentially they might give you more information that you're looking for.
Yeah, I mean, I if anyone, I guess I would ask if anyone was interested in joining, they're more than welcome to, but I was expecting to do it by myself.
Well, is there money in it?
I don't think there's money in it. I think there's possibly a power play in it, but that's probably it.
That's also interesting. Do you have to be sneaky?
I don't think this part's a sneaky part. We're not. We're just talking to someone. If you can get information out of people, then that's helpful.
I'll tag along. I like power.
Yeah, I mean, I'll join also.
Okay.
I'll let you do the talking. I'll step in if anything weird happens.
I mainly wanted to help try and find this super perfume. You might need help.
Fair.
Oh yeah, my dog might be able to. I mean, my wolf buddy might be able to help sniff out the perfume too.
Woofo.
Growls at you for calling him a dog.
Yeah, I was about to say he growls at me.
How dare you?
All right. Well, the three of you can set out on the 7th. and around the time that you're expecting him to be there. Go ahead and can I get the three of you then to give me perception checks? The wolf can get a +5 bonus as well for its sniffer.
Wow.
I don't know if it's gonna need it.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yep. Silvio overrolled it.
Nice. Jeez.
So yeah, Silvio, that is an unmistakable scent. Probably because to you it's kind of like disgusting that any man would be caught like walking around with such a weak kind of smell. There's nothing manly about that. There's no musk. There's no blood. Why would you want to smell like
blood,
fruit?
sweat, and tears is what you need to smell like.
Exactly. All of those things should be of your enemy.
Exactly.
But you smell this guy walking up to this building, and it is overwhelming, even from the distance you are standing at, when that smell fills the air.
Yeah, I'll tap him and point him out.
Yeah, and Rusty, you can see the guy kind of walk into, not really walk even, just kind of like slowly move into the building, in the most like meandering way possible.
I don't even know what I'm doing. I guess I'll walk over to him.
Okay.
And
you can follow him in if you want.
Yeah, I'll follow him in, see what he orders.
Yeah.
As well.
He'll get up to the counter. Go ahead and give me another perception check. I need to have a couple of my own over here done. One moment, please. That's fortuitous. The guy behind the counter will kind of shoot an eye at you as you're kind of watching the other man, who wanders up to the counter and just kind of like taps the man working the counter, just like shakes his head very slightly, but turns, walks over to a specific like spot, opens up a box and like starts pulling out a few large like hunks of fish on this kind of tissue paper, and lays it down on the counter. And the blueberry man looks over the fish. And he like lifts one of them off and sets it aside, and then takes the next one and like just flat out dumps it onto the floor. And the guy behind the counter grunts a little bit, turns, walks over, pulls out another one, sets it down on top. We good? And the other man will turn, lift up the fish and put it back on top. He'll then look around, almost frustrated, as the dwarf starts to load the fish into the bag, into a bag, and then hands it over to the blueberry man, who proceeds to drop a handful of coins on the counter, and then turn to see you there.
Just before, can I check to see, like, based on the amount of coins that he's paying, does it seem like it's not like there's something in the, like, I want to see if like he's paying too much for
give me an appraise. So even from where you are, it does seem like he's paying a little bit more than usual for fish. But you didn't really get too deep into like what the range of fish are, and he hasn't really mentioned what kind of fish. So it could be he's either buying very expensive fish, or maybe he's overpaying.
All right.
Or maybe a little both. But as the blueberry man turns, he'll look up to you, or look over to you, and and then he'll start moving towards the door.
So, hello, sir. May I have a moment of your time?
He'll stop what he's doing.
I was wondering if you could answer a couple of my questions. I guess I don't know how to do this. I'll pull out the ring, and I'll ask him if he can tell me anything about this ring.
He'll look down at it for a moment, then he'll look back up at you. And then I'm gonna do something real quick.
Uh-oh.
I'm glad I have backup.
It's sneak attack damage. You're about to be one hit.
I mean, it would kill me. Most sneak attacks would kill me.
5d6 damage. Just turning and leaving at that point. Like,
dodge.
And then can I get a perception check from Higram and from Silvio? Oh wow, everybody succeeded at this. Yeah, so you'll notice that he starts talking to you. Rusty. But what's weird is he doesn't move his mouth to talk. And the two of you standing outside, I'll kind of watch the door as these two start talking. Or at least Rusty starts talking, but the other man doesn't seem to be saying a word.
I don't have knowledge to know what type of spell that is.
This is not yours, is it?
No, it's not.
Where did you find it?
Where did I find it? I forget at this point. Did I find it in like the dungeon?
You found it in the dungeons.
Yeah, then I would say where I found it.
Strange thing to have acquired. Why find me? And then he'll turn for a moment and look over at the fishmonger and stare at him for a moment while he's waiting for your reply.
I was just doing some digging around.
Oh well, never mind. Like, what is he up to? But I don't know.
I was just doing some digging around. I like I don't know how do I say this. I don't know. I was interested in this ring. It seemed really interesting, and I wanted to learn more about it and where it comes from. And I just, through questioning some people, I came across you.
I'm keeping an eye out to see if anybody else in the area is like coming to surround him or anything.
Okay. You got an interesting way of getting information from even people that I thought would be much more tight-lipped. But I suppose the help is sometimes difficult to deal with in all places. So I guess
sometimes you need more than a tight lip. Sometimes you need a tight pocket.
I thought I was paying for one. No matter. It's probably not too devastating that you're asking questions like this. Who are you anyway?
The name's Rusty.
I'm sure it is.
What is your name?
If I were to tell you my name, you would have to experience a lot of pain, and I would rather not do that to you. So let's just avoid that.
I guess upon hearing that, I try to this is, I don't know what you'll have me roll for this. But I want to try and like pretend like I'm stretching, but I want to try to like signal, like come in from the people behind me.
Okay, give me
insight or a gauge.
He needs to give me a bluff check.
I'm kind of thick. I might not even know what he's doing.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a bluff
Yep, you're gonna do a bluff.
Before you, oh, never mind. I'm not gonna.
And the better your bluff is, the easier it is for everybody else. So I need a gauge from the other party members. DC here is God, Higram. Silvio, you definitely get that. Like he's trying to wave you guys to come over. And Higram is like scruffing his wolf's pelt.
Yeah, I mean, I'll advance over. If I see Higram not following me, I'll
give him the nudge.
I'll be like, "What are you doing? Come on."
All right, I'll follow.
As the two of you get close, the blueberry man will kind of turn and look at the two of you, coming close in. And it seems to happen like right as you both get to like a certain point. He's like completely focused on Rusty, and then his attention sort of turns to the two of you specifically, and then back to Rusty.
I'm gonna nod welcomingly, as if I'm not a threat.
I see you brought reinforcements with you.
That's how I say this. You're not the only one that can be making threats.
That wasn't a threat. That's a fact. You're not one for languages, are you?
I guess not.
In my tongue, to speak certain things, you speak with visions, not with words. I would have to impart upon you the feeling that my name is.
Is there any kind of knowledge that I have
Linguistics.
access to? Linguistics?
Yes.
Dude.
Oh.
That's the hard part.
Brain dollars.
I have linguistics. All right.
Did you say knowledge mind flayers?
No, mind dollars.
I will not use inspiration on that one.
So with that linguistics check, because you decided not to use linguistics, you are not sure what language, but you have heard of languages that don't use words in the same way that like regular tongues are. There are languages that can convey speech in a variety of different ways without ever speaking a word.
All right. I'll buy you a story. I just want to know more about this here ring and the family that it belongs to.
I am sworn not to discuss these things with the likes of you, but I'm not exactly the type to not recognize a value, and recognize that my masters would fail to value what you have. So I have a sort of proving exercise for you, if you're down for it.
Yeah, I'm down.
Good. I'm assuming that with a name like Rusty and with a friend like, and he'll point to the clerical Lars, you're probably a man who has a bit more edge. Don't speak back right now, just nod or shake your head.
Wait, what did he say?
You're probably a man who has a bit more, I forgot the exact words I used. But he's basically implying that you're a bit of an unsavory type. Since you're wandering around with a cleric of Lars and going by the name of Rusty.
If I'm facing forward, I'll just wink.
Okay. Good. Then here's the deal. I need somebody to disappear. And I think that if you're willing to get your hands dirty, then I think I can connect you to the means by which you might be able to make value from that ring.
That's what I'm looking for. I'd love to do business.
Good, because there's a lot to be earned from that. Well, this is where things get a little tricky. We have a bit of a problem here where we live. A problem with people trying to claim land that's not theirs from my masters. There's a person who lives in the lodge that happens to have themselves a nice little position that's been allowing them to acquire real estate through questionable ethics. Homes keep leaving the hands of the dwarven families and ending up in the hands of, well, those not unlike yourself. I think it's important that we put an end to this person and their lofty aspirations to rid this city of the dwarves. But it's not an easy endeavor. They have a lot of protection. And I don't know quite where they stay. But if you can find out about me, then perhaps you can find out more about them. Make that your focus, and you can find out more about the direction you're going.
Can you give me at least a name, something to go on?
Of course, I'll give you a name. Name which I did not think to generate before this, but I will do now.
Too bad I don't have enough channel points at this specific.
Thank God. I already have the name now. He goes by the name of Honorine Thayer. I'll put it in the chat for you.
And you say he lives in the lodge?
Yes.
Well,
he needs to have lived in the lodge.
Well, I'll put my ears to the ground, see if we can find him. Be my friends.
It won't take you much. He is a bit of a public figure, which sometimes makes things a little difficult. But I'm sure you'll manage, or you'll end up like the last two that tried. Either way.
Either way, you get me out of your hair.
Exactly. And I'll know where to pick up the ring from afterwards.
Sure.
Are he just sending him to his death? Nope.
Not sure.
Nope.
Seems legit.
I don't know. Do you want to gauge him?
I tried. Seems legit.
If that'll be all, I've got to get this fish where it's got to go. My masters don't like it when I'm too late.
Well, we'll get going. Where how can I contact you when we've done it?
You seem to know where to find me.
Not gonna make it easy, I see.
I'm here at least every 7th you're aware of.
That's true. Well, you stick to that. I'm sure I'll find you.
Always. Masters don't like it when I'm off the table.
All right, I'll like move to the side and say it was a nice meeting you.
Yes, it was a meeting.
I laugh out loud.
Shut up, you.
And he will head out.
I wanted something from the peanut gallery.
Okay, now that he's gone, do you have to wait? Could we hear any of that?
No.
Okay, never mind. Then I didn't laugh. I just dawned on me like, wait, I don't know anything.
Yeah, I was preparing to correct that, and I was like, but I like the interaction, so I'm not sure. But yeah, no, you would not have been able to have heard any of that. It was a telepathic conversation one way.
Well, I do my best to piece together. I have personally a terrible memory, so I do my best to piece together the explanation to them.
As we leave.
No,
you don't want to do it right there in the fishmonger's doorway?
Yeah, as we leave. The fishmonger that doesn't like me because I'm not a dwarf.
Yep.
Specifically, do you talk about how often he refers to his masters?
I mean, I'm sure I give as many details.
Because that is intriguing. Like, Higram is like, man, I like the idea of being called a master. and then he's like,
I like the idea of owning land in the lodge.
Who calls somebody a master? Like, could you figure out where he's from by that, or is that a common thing?
You can give me... I will allow you to give me a linguistics first, if you have any ranks in it. Okay. After that, it would be a knowledge history, if you had that as well.
Can I give you a linguistics?
You can give me a linguistics. Ooh. So that sort of terminology normally implies that he is probably not what his exterior would appear to be from using that sort of language. Usually only like under creatures will be heavily trained to use that word. You might find like goblins or like God damn it. Not hobgoblins, the other ones. Bugbears or other like similar sort of dark dwellers will have this kind of title, but that doesn't seem quite right. But give me a history check
for the extinct.
I don't have any ranks in this.
Okay, then you've got no. There's not really anywhere you can draw from there, but you're kind of on a path to this.
All right, well, he's certainly an interesting character.
I'm going to be honest. I want to be called a master. I like it. Sounds powerful.
Well, I'm sure if we help this guy out, we'll start moving up.
Did you see what sort of fish his masters wanted? I mean, that might help identify them, right?
He did not get a good enough look at the fish.
I'm going to go back.
Well,
is that still on the floor that you dropped down there with disgust?
You both talked at the same time. I missed that.
Oh. No, I said, is that fish still on the ground that he threw down in disgust?
You can go back in there and take a look.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look. I'm gonna go look and see if that fish.
As you go in,
if you out, I'm gonna go and look and see if that fish is on the ground.
Yeah, as you go in, like the dwarf is like come around and he's starting to like scoop up the fish. But you can give me a perception check. Ooh. Do you have any ranks in appraise?
No.
I think you can use appraise untrained if I remember right.
Let's see.
It's not.
Yeah, it doesn't have a star.
Yeah, go ahead and give me an appraise check. Yeah. You know this isn't any fish you know of off the top of your head, but you realize like your knowledge of fish is probably not great. Unless you have some, unless by some chance you have some ranks in profession fishmonger.
Actually, no.
Can I like try and look at the fish?
You already have. You already made your appraise check and failed.
I forgot.
All right, I'm gonna go over to the dwarf cleaning up.
Uh-huh.
That looks good. What kind of fish is
that? Why, you want it? Give you a special price.
Well, what is it?
The floor price.
Well...
Do you have any fresh versions of it?
I keep this special for only a couple of clients. But since I had a little bit of downfall with this one, I suppose I can make a deal with you for it. But why do you need to know its name?
I want to know what I'm buying. What if I like it? How am I going to buy more?
I've been told with this kind of thing, it's the kind of thing where no one should have to ask what it is if they really want it.
I've literally never seen that fish. I don't need to roll a bluff. I don't know what it is.
No, that's not why he's saying it. He's sort of saying, like, this is one of those situations where, like, there's probably, like, a sort of wealth wall around this thing. And, like, the aristocracy is, like, keeping this from being something that's available to other people if they don't know what it is. Yeah.
I got you. How about if I put it back in perfect condition so you could sell it for full value? And you just tell me what it is. That seems fair.
How are you going to do that?
Magic, of course.
Oh, not a good idea.
Oh.
This meat responds very uniquely to magic. Part of what makes it so valuable. Its flavor is unique because it cannot be changed.
I see.
You could, though, eat it off the dirty floor and it would still be quite delicious.
That sounds terrible.
He looks at you a bit confused.
Floor fish?
I can only eat the inside of it.
It would be near as good as not floor fish. It could be cleaned, of course, with some water and some time.
Who cleans without magic? I look actually disgusting. It's like he's talking a foreign language. What is going on?
There are some things that magic cannot clean.
For everything else.
Okay, how much for the fish?
1 platinum.
Too rich for my blood. I turn around.
Holy.
I act like I'm disgruntled, and I go back out. And I'm like, well, I don't know what it is, but how many fish react poorly to magic? If you answer that, you'll know what fish it is.
I don't know what knowledge check.
Who's got any knowledge in fishing?
Nature?
Knowledge fishing.
This is profession fishing. Or like, I suppose I would give some knowledge in nature here, potentially.
All right. Yep, I got
I
knowledge
actually
nature.
have knowledge in nature, maybe.
All right.
Maybe. I do. I did it. I have a knowledge.
All right. So the two of you will think on this for a bit, kind of going back and forth about various types of fish that you can think of. However, well, you know that there are magical fish, and you know that there are some that like do exist. Most of them are not the type that you would eat, and most of them wouldn't like be resistant to being cleaned by magic. They would be like resistant to being caught by magic, or like they would in some way negatively repulse spells. But you are aware that there are fish that do have like strange reactions to magic.
So maybe they're not eating it, maybe they're using it as a component or something. That makes the list a lot longer. This might be a dead end. I tried.
I don't need to know more about him right now.
Are any what?
Are any of those fish local?
A lot of the fish you can think of are local. Most of the fish do end up at some point or another in the Gulf here.
Wow.
It's probably salmon as opposed to salmon.
Salmon.
It's salmon.
Better call Salmon.
I'll probably trigger some people.
That would require people to be watching. Oh, got myself.
Self-burn.
So, the three of you can kind of head back to wherever you're staying. And if nobody else has got anything in particular they want to do, unless you want to try to research this person right now.
Well, there are, not multiple things, but there's a couple of things I do want to do.
Okay.
First, I want to look, like, kind of scout out the church.
Okay.
But not in a stealth way, because that's not how I work. So I'm just going to ride my ass on over there and take a look.
Which church?
The cathedral we're going to?
You do know it's outside of the city.
Yeah,
It's
you need to
like
go out into
a
the desert.
mile. It's like a mile out into the desert.
Yeah.
Because basically what we were told is we're going to go to the area of the city by the gates to the like outside of the city, watch and wait for someone who looks probably like a junkie or intoxicated or like they're looking for a fix, who is leaving through those gates, and then we're going to basically tail them out into the desert and hope that they're going to the church. And we kind of have like a map that has a circled area of where the church should be, and we know it shouldn't be on the roadway. So we were told like they should veer off the road at some point, and if they don't veer off the road close to that circle, then they're going to find like this ULAZ guy who's like chill, and we don't want to go and mess with that. So then we kind of have to like double back and sort of redo the same thing till we catch someone who is going to the church. So this is like outside of the city limits, and we don't actually know exactly where it is.
I was kind of hoping he'd go out wandering in the desert by himself.
No, I'm not gonna go.
I mean, if you want to go die, go wander in the desert by yourself.
The last time you guys went out there was just a single skeleton and a single scorpion. Well, I guess there were more than one scorpion. But
a single
scorpion. You would have been
It
fine.
was a single death skeleton, man. That thing.
Oh yeah, that skeleton was super buff. Yeah, so actually that nixes both of the things that I was planning on doing.
But I mean, on some level, you gotta wonder how dangerous is that area if junkies are going out there to get their fix, unless a lot of these junkies are just dying on their way there.
So they most likely know the way to walk there safely.
True.
Like it's probably a safe bet that they know to take.
I like the idea of somebody just leaving town, going to look for wherever this temple is out in the desert.
Just start walking west.
Hey, it'll save us some time if you find it. Like, hey.
It would save you a lot of time.
No, it wouldn't. You'd have to spend all that time finding a new person because I was. Oh man.
You guys ruin all my fun by reminding each other where the deadly things are.
Thanks for not murdering me, guys. I appreciate it. Only other thing, I do want to buy some food that'll not turn in the desert, like some rations or something.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't know how much those are.
Rations are normal price. So I think it's like 5 silvers a piece for a day. Things I never remember off the top of my head. Price of rations. Hey, look, I did it. 5 silver.
Nice.
Did we get all our reward money, guys?
I think we did.
We did, yeah. We got all of our reward money.
So I got around 800 gold that I can spend. Or I guess about 1,000 with the gems. So yeah, let me do some search and see if there's any things I might want to go to the shop and look for.
I think in these couple days before we go, I do have 3 scrolls I'm going to attempt to learn.
Okay.
So I'll just make those checks right now. I think they're all first level. So that's a DC 15 plus spell level, or is it 10 plus spell level?
15 plus spell level.
15. Okay, that's what I thought. So DC 16. So let's see here. First one, detect secret doors.
Success.
Succeed. I'm gonna change that to my character. Second one is sleep.
Success.
And the third is, I think this is obscuring mist. Cool.
Success.
Got all 3.
You want me to do mine now, or?
Go for it.
So I got Silent Image, fail. I got, what else do I got in here? Ant Hall and Summon Monster 1. So let's go in order. Ant Hall, pass.
You can carry your ant with you.
And Summon Monster 1, pass.
Alright, and you can carry your ant with you.
So Silent Image was fail.
And the rest of the stuff I'm gonna do is like chill, but then probably on like one day or so head over to like the Temple of Lars and try to find that guy. Hopefully he's like fighting or doing something important where I can watch and be like, oh, you're so amazing. And then,
Yep. Deal with it for a few minutes.
Yeah, do I need my fort save?
You do.
Alright. Oh god, I'll try to bluff.
Yep. Ooh, very convincing. Yeah, you realize that like he must be like worn out from the fight he was in, and he's just not putting like as much effort into it and as much energy into it. But you play the part anyway, like a person trying to make sure the most adequate experience is being given as part of the arrangement.
Good. Alright. That was my only plans.
All right.
Oh yeah, I do want to sell my holy waters.
Yep.
I'm gonna take pains to go different times every day.
Okay.
I'm gonna try. In case he's like, oh yeah, he comes at 2:00 every day. Come get him.
That'll work.
Yeah, and I'd like to buy stuff with my money whenever.
What are you buying?
Cloak of Resistance +1.
And where are you buying it from?
Wherever I can find one being sold.
Is there anywhere you would check first, or?
I mean, I guess I would check in on my historian friend, since she's magically inclined, to see if she knows anywhere the best place to buy magical items.
Now, whatever... I'm sorry, that's the wrong accent. Whatever could you want something like that for?
Well, we are adventuring in more dangerous places, and I need more defensive items with me.
You have the money on you now.
Perhaps you... I didn't know you dealt in such things. I thought more of the books in history were your forte.
She'll walk over very slowly to a closet and open it up. And take it out and lay it on the counter. I tend to find that it's not worth it to sell some of these things. And you never know when an extra one might come in handy. But for you, I couldn't make an exception.
I take it this might be your old adventuring gear, since you've seemingly retired from such things?
I wish I could call it retirement. But yes, in a way.
I look at it. Does it look like used, or does it look dirty or anything? Or
no, it is magical, so it has basically kept itself in good condition. With its reinforcements, and it seems to be freshly cleaned. Maybe. It doesn't seem to have any dust on it.
Well, this is appreciated. I couldn't suppose there'd be any discount for our standing relationship and as much coin as I've passed through you and continue to do so. Is there any deal you could strike with me for this?
I suppose that there is something fair I could do. You remember... What was that? What's that weird friend of yours' name that you're always palling around with at the bar?
Oh, my good friend. Yes, I should know that name. Checking my character sheet, because I'm sure I wrote it down. What was his name? I remember it was something pretty... Oh, Henry. You must be speaking of Henry?
Yes, that was it. I knew it was something rather plain. Do you...
You fancy a date with him? I can definitely hook
By
that
all
up.
means, no.
Oh, jeez. You don't have to be so direct, but yes.
But I hear he's regularly looking for work, yes?
Yeah, he could use some coin to line his pockets, I'm sure.
You think he's good at moving stuff around and putting stuff together?
I'm not sure. Do I know his skill set? What he's good at? Is he good at this, or is this like anyone could do this kind of thing?
good enough at doing things. Like, he's been between work a lot. Like, he'll have a job for a little while and then something will kind of go wrong, either self-induced or like Henry just sort of seems to have a bit of a spat of bad luck. Some of it, like I said, self-created. Some of it, the universe just doesn't seem to care much for Henry. And so, but like, he's capable of doing a basic job. It just depends on whether or not it happens to be his bad day or not.
He is a good friend, although I wouldn't want to damage our relationship. So if this is something of vast importance, I suggest you find a more someone more capable. He's good for the general stuff.
Oh, this is very basic stuff.
Okay.
I need someone I know I can trust to do these things, and
You can definitely trust him.
Nothing private will pass him, but the kind of thing where I just need the right kind of oath. You know what I mean?
For sure. You can definitely trust him. He's just a little clumsy at times, so just... yeah.
I'll keep my distance then.
Excellent.
Then I suppose I could let this go for, I don't know, let's say around 850?
Yeah. I think that would be a fantastic deal. All right, I will deduct 850. I have some of it in gems. She doesn't care about that, right? Like,
nope, not at all.
Okay. So yeah, I'll give her. Do you need to know the denomination of gems or anything? Does it matter for her? Or... okay. So I'll just remove.
Just so long as it's the equivalent wealth.
Yes.
All right. I think we're gonna go ahead and take a really short break, hopefully, and see how the rest of things go. We'll be back. And we're back with your wheel of cheese.
Oh no, I dropped it. It was too heavy. I still have the wine
Screw this
though.
cheese.
You could prop it up on something and do it like a game. Spin the wheel of cheese.
I thought I put it in my house. I think you stole it out of my house.
I did not
Fucking
steal the cheese out of your
robber.
house. Yes, I stole out of your house and ate it. But yeah, the days will pass, and the morning of the fourth day will come. I think actually, Tom, you said you had some stuff you were gonna buy.
No, I think I'm gonna save up a little bit more for something.
Okay. And you guys can meet up at the intended location, which is where?
Okay.
Yeah, we're trying to find this drugged up dude.
Okay. I was just confirming that you all had a location that you were going to meet up at. I was hoping you guys would all say different things.
To meet up at the church? What's that corpse there? It looks a lot like Rusty.
But you guys all meet up at the gate. And
spells I would prepare for this day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let me change what extracts.
Oh shit. Oh yeah, for the day I'm gonna my anti-paladin. I'm gonna what's the word? I am going to
burn. When's it my turn? Wouldn't I love? I gotta stop. Gotta stop that.
Steve.
I don't see where I put it. I'm going to use my ability on a lawful evil person. Whatever, words. Every morning I have to choose somebody to follow. So I'm going to choose a lawful evil person to follow.
Okay.
I'm going to look up the name of it just for future reference. I don't know why it's not on my character sheet.
You mean like a deity that you have to follow?
Yeah, I have to do an invocation every day. At the start of each day, an insulator can meditate for 10 minutes. And instead of following a god like a paladin or a normal anti-paladin, I pretty much pick somebody to follow that day. And that's who my smite works against.
Ah, okay.
Now, people who don't have that same thing. So
it's basically effectively saying you're for all intents and purposes, worshipping Lars today, so your smite will work against good
everybody else.
So things that aren't lawful evil.
Yep.
Okay.
Before we set out,
if they're the opposite, then I get I do more damage if they're the opposite. Alright, so what were you saying? Sorry, didn't mean to...
I seem to be encumbered by some of this rope I'm carrying. I have learned a new spell that is could be made in combination. If someone were to throw a rope at someone, I could bind them. So I don't know if anyone has anything they usually can spare to throw a rope in the beginning of a round, and then I can combo it with a spell the next turn. They can take this rope I have with me.
I only have a skill for it, but I'll take the rope and throw it if that's what you want.
Sure. It is 24 feet of hemp rope.
20.
I just wrote it weighs 5 pounds proportionally from a full coil of rope. I'm going to remove it from my character sheet.
How heavy is it, you said? 5 pounds?
It should weigh around 5 pounds, yeah.
Nope, I'm still medium.
Okay.
So yeah, if you ever want me to combo with that, you can throw it. That piece of rope particularly, it should be enough to bind someone, 24 feet of rope.
I do like this idea of having to use 2 actions to try to attempt to get your spell to work.
But also rope could come in handy normally.
Yes, rope is always useful.
Yep.
And if we could have coordinated before, I would just ask if Luna was preparing light or not. Because I didn't prepare it. You muted it, you're muted. You're double muted.
There we go. It's which mute did I use this time? Yeah, I planned on preparing light, guidance, read magic, and stabilize as my cantrips.
Alright. Sounds good to me.
Yeah, so if you can make sure and cover the detect magic just in case.
I have detect magic. Were you planning on taking detect secret doors, or?
I can if we want. Obviously, cure light wounds, comprehend languages are my two normally always have on, but I could do detect secret doors. I could have an extra sleep just in case, but that'll take up heals. I don't know how much healing we're gonna need.
Right now I have sleep, grease, web bolt, and animate rope. I could just take out a grease if you have a sleep as well, or well, if we're fighting undead, they won't be affected by sleep. But
I mean,
So we bring like with the holy water.
Most of the people we're probably going to be fighting are not going to be undead. We're going to an Athir temple. Sure, we might encounter a undead or two on our way there, but once we get to the temple, I do not believe most of them are going to be undead. They're probably going to be humanoids of some sort.
all right.
Like, are we able to knowledge religion, like to know whether they tend to keep undead guardians?
So
religion?
The Temple of Athir is the second most anti-undead. I guess not the second, but like the fourth most anti-undead religion there is. It kind of goes like Lars, Shishat, Neosi, and I guess actually Neosi is probably the top because Neosi is like so avidly anti-unlife because the idea of Neosi is like getting a real slumber. And then you'd kind of like fall down that chain. So it's incredibly unlikely that a cleric of that anyone that worships Athir would have undead.
Do we know what sort of guardians the temples that don't use undead tend to use? Like, are they like golems or
People?
Okay.
Meat bags.
As I said, I think we're going to be probably just dealing with mostly humanoids here, not...
All right, then I will prefer you have some heals rather than sacrifice them. So I will prepare detect secret doors and drop grease.
Okay.
I mean, technically, if I'm doing this right with how you do spell points, but being prepared, like I pick 3, but I have to choose like...
You pick the spells that you're preparing, and then you basically just spend the points when it comes time to spend them.
Yeah, but like, so I can prepare 3 different spells, but if I choose to, I can cast 3 of all the same one.
That is correct.
Yes.
Yeah. Just making sure, because get the rule systems confused in my brain sometimes.
Nope, I made it more complicated than...
It's better. I like
is.
yours better, but sometimes...
But it's still more
Stronger.
Yeah.
It is stronger. It actually, in fact, kind of makes sorcerers feel bad.
Yeah. It makes wizards way stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I have sleep, comprehend languages, and cure light wounds, but I'll probably default to using mostly cure light wounds unless we feel like one of the other 2 is like necessary enough in the situation we're willing to forego a potential heal.
Okay. So, the party is starting their lookout. Can I get some of the appropriate checks that you think would matter in watching for somebody leaving town that looks like a drunkard? Or not a drunkard, a junkie.
Alright, I got a gauge and a perception coming up.
Okay.
Got a perception and perception from Pavan. Smelling for drugs.
Got out your drug sniffing hound.
Sniff out the drugs, Pavan. Do it. Nope.
Can I diplomacy go chat with a few random people that look like they might be wanting to head town and see if someone slips up their
I need a little bit more of like how you'd be doing this.
So I guess like what is in this area?
A lot of poor people.
Okay.
Like the West Way is not one of the like nicer parts of the city. It's kind of that way because like this is the place where if some of the creatures are going to get into the city, this is going to be the place they're first going to come into.
I'm changing my tactic. This might be I was hoping this would be knowledge religion, but it's probably more of a perception. But I want to look for anyone who looks like they have anything on them that might look like an Aether holy symbol, or like any signs of maybe someone who like has.
Yeah, that's 100% perception.
Okay, well, darn. I don't know what I would diplomacy, so.
Okay.
Well, you could go asking them for drugs. People you think might.
You
got any
use your
drugs for sale?
Use your Cleveland garments to have an Aether symbol
I mean,
yourself.
would it be like, could I get arrested for any reason if I'm just like wandering around over here asking people where they get their, like, if they know where to get drugs?
I mean, to be fair, you know that you could be harassed by the guards for literally any reason whatsoever on the streets.
Damn.
So asking for drugs isn't necessarily going to make it any more or less likely you get harassed. I'd say the best way to envision this is you live in a city where all of you are minorities regardless of what your ethnic background is.
Alright, well, I don't know, we still need to find someone to follow, so I'm gonna wait and see if they notice anything, and if not, maybe I'll figure out someone to go talk to.
Yeah, so Silvio, you got a good eye there, as you're keeping a lookout on people, but like nobody quite fits the bill here. Just a lot of people like moving in and out, but nobody that really seems like they're intoxicated or like they're, I don't know, just nothing fits the bill.
Are we here at the wrong time of day, do you think? I don't even know what time these guys would be going out there looking to do this, but maybe the morning isn't exactly the most opportune time?
Well, I mean, if they're spent all night on like a bender or something, it would be.
I mean, but don't you think maybe if they spent all night, like, if they have to go out there to get the stuff, and they're like a party, temple, don't you think maybe they would stay out there and party all night, and we might see them maybe coming back in the morning?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know enough about the religion to know when they, like, what their routine might.
Well, and you also know that this is a cult, basically, so they're not necessarily going to abide by all the same rules as a normal Temple of Aether might.
Okay.
That's not to say whether either of you were right or wrong. That's just to give you some
Yeah.
added clarification.
Well, I'm ready to spend another hour of perceptions and gauges.
Oh, it's a few hours of kind of
Wait,
like.
Can I just take 20 since we're not in danger?
You cannot take 20 because extending the amount of time that you're doing it can't really happen because you only have a limited amount of time to see them.
I can only see so much in such amount of time?
Yes. This is not a giant room that you're searching for the specific person inside of it.
Gotcha.
Where are the drugs?
Are you gonna just run around and start asking people that?
No.
Where are the drugs at?
Where are the drugs at?
Do we not know the location of the temple? Can we just brave the road? I think we're all avid
We know
adventurers
a
at this point.
general location, but not an exact location. We basically have a vague circle on a map of it should be somewhere around here.
Well, I think we're pretty insightful people. I think we can figure it out. I don't think this is going to lead to anything waiting around here much longer.
The only other thing I could think of was bluff to pretend like I'm addicted to drugs and offer to have someone sell them to me. But that won't really help find the person who is addicted to the drugs.
But it could point us in the area to look at.
Are there
To see
any
who's buying
abandoned
drugs,
buildings
taking them
nearby
somewhere.
or something?
There are lots of buildings nearby.
Like abandoned buildings? Where
There are lots of
drugs might
buildings
be?
that look abandoned nearby.
Are there doors open?
What
I'm
doors?
gonna go check a door.
What
A
doors?
random door. Huh?
What
They don't
doors?
have doors?
They don't have doors.
Okay, yeah, I'm going in.
Yeah, you can go wandering in. A couple of people like look up to you that are kind of like just sitting in this like little hallway area.
I'm gonna gauge them. Do they look drugged up? Oh,
No, they look probably pretty sober. But they're looking at you like, who the fuck are you? What the fuck are you doing here? But they don't say anything, just give you that look.
don't look at me, boy. No. I'm gonna go. Is there an upstairs?
Yeah, there's stairs that lead up. There's like a hallway that leads back and then stairs that lead up.
I'm gonna go deeper in, see if I can find somebody that looks like they're on drugs.
Yeah, there's a few doors as you go down the hallway, and then it kind of turns up, and you can head on up. And there's another couple of people like hanging out in the stairwell.
Hmm?
No, they seem clean also.
Fuck. This house sucks. I turn around and leave.
All right.
Barking up the
I
wrong
know they're
drug house.
confused. Like, what is happening?
You hear him whisper as you leave, what the fuck was that dude's problem? Oh, no, man. Probably just high.
Maybe you should pretend like you want drugs.
Do what? Pretend like I want drugs. To who?
In general. Maybe someone will offer to sell them to you.
Just go around.
Just scream out,
asking for
I
drugs?
want drugs!
That's how
Someone will
Hagrid
hear
would do it.
Seems like a good way to get arrested. I'm gonna pass.
Yes, sir. I'd like some of your finest drugs.
I will have one drugs, please. I am not a guard.
I am not recording this conversation.
Right. So can we look around again?
You guys can look around again if you want, or you can wander out into the desert if you want. Or...
No, I'm gonna look around again.
I'm gonna go ahead and gauge in perception again.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll try to do those things.
I'm just looking. I don't see nothing.
All right. Well, at least this time, Silvio, you are 100% certain that no one that was on drugs left this gate. Like, you know with 100% certainty. Your eyes were active, reading like every face, every person. Not a single one of them. Either that or they're like the most well put together like junkies you've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm with.
We might just have to we might have to gamble that we find it at this point.
I'm with. I forgot John's name.
Felix.
There we go. I'm with Felix. I say we go near the area we know it is and mill around over there maybe. How far was that from town?
It's about a mile out.
That's doable.
What do you guys think?
I'm
See
in.
how it was my idea. Yes.
All right. You guys can head out into the desert if you're all in agreement.
And so it's your idea, you can lead.
Selected to lead.
I chuckle, but I go in front.
You are heading into the desert.
Dessert.
I mean, I'm doing survival roll whenever that's necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna constantly look
I
around.
accidentally spelled dessert.
And I think in general, we
Dessert.
should be sticking to the road until we get kind of close to the circle, and that's when we should be veering off, because he made it sound like if they didn't veer off around that point, it's the wrong path. So seems like that might be a solid way to try to find it, is sort of follow the road till we know it's starting to get close and then veer off.
And we can see if there's any tracks or anything in the sand around that area too.
I mean, is there like a high wind or anything where like tracks might be covered?
There's always a bit of a breeze. So if it's been a while, there's like if it's been more than a few hours, there's like probably not a real chance of finding tracks unless you really know what you're looking for. But that doesn't mean there's no chance. But yeah, you can make your way down the road for a bit. And as you make your way down the road, you'll get to a point where it's kind of weird because this isn't like, it's not like a perfect map, right? It's kind of like that thing where somebody draws like a thing on a piece of paper to like indicate like you go here from the gate and you go so far out, and then it's somewhere in this area out here from where the gate is. And so you get to roughly the point you think that the road is going to kind of bend off based on like Silvio's understanding of how this map is sort of drawn out.
Did we pass anybody on the way here?
No. And you kind of veer off the road and into the sands.
So are there like visible landmarks or anything, or are we just going out into like complete sand?
No, I mean you go out into complete sand, like you are heading out into the desert. The road kind of like goes off in its way, and you guys are turning away from the road.
Alright, so do you guys have any spells to help us to determine direction if we get lost? Because I don't have a compass or anything like that.
That's
If you mix water and sand and then heat it, will it solidify? I don't know how this works. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna create water in the sand and try to make it into like a pole. See if it'll stand on its own.
No, it does like that thing where you can shape it, but then the wet sand thing. It's shapeable, but only to some degree.
I tried.
I currently don't have any spells to assist with that, but I imagine some of you are proficient with knowing direction, and if we just travel in one direction,
it's easy to get lost in the sands.
Yeah, you get into one fight and you might get easily.
You get your life turned upside down.
If everything just looks like sand.
Well, then I suggest we turn back and get a compass, because I don't have any means to tell direction. I assumed you all would have that covered.
No, we planned on following somebody. So, obviously we gotta reevaluate what we're doing if we don't have somebody to follow. So yeah, let's go back.
Alright, you all prepare to head back.
Right, need another
Prepare to head
survival,
back. That sounds like we're not heading back.
I will need a survival and a perception.
Oh.
From everyone?
Yep. Well, a perception from everyone if you want. A survival from the person that is survivaling. Alright, let's see here. Oh, Luna, Luna, Luna. What a fortunate time to have fate smile upon you.
Oh.
You are all roaming about the desert, the hot sands of the desert, and it is exhausting being out in this climate like this for even just this little bit of time. Like, it's pretty quickly dehydrating as the three suns are kind of reaching their unison in the sky. And a second here, I need to double check what this is based on. Distance modifier is not find that part. There it is. Oh god. I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud? Poker face, poker face, poker face. So, Luna, you are keeping your eyes peeled just as everyone else is. But one of the things you will notice as you are navigating the area is a pair of eyes looking at you from behind a rock. And as these pair of eyes look at you, God, I really hate to do this, but I need you to give me a fortitude save.
Oh no.
He hates to do it, he says.
Not a basilisk.
Yeah. You catch eyes with this creature, and you feel its gaze start to affect you. And Luna slowly begins to solidify.
Oh no.
I definitely don't have any way of curing this.
I certainly don't.
And as Luna begins to solidify, I am saving the creature that is here to eat all of you. And I will, while I'm doing that, need all of you to roll into initiative after I check to make sure that the initiative tracker is empty. Yes. Roll into initiative.
Any point for me to roll?
You can still roll into initiative, yes.
Probably the only probably just the bottom half of you is stone.
No, she is fully stone. She got stoned.
So it's instant?
Yeah, it is instant. It is turn to stone permanently as flesh to stone.
I don't like
now I have this nice statue for the mistress.
But we can all discuss details of that once we get into combat. And see if maybe I get the whole party this way.
Do we know which direction it looked from?
The direction her
yeah,
eyes
you
are
can.
pointing.
Her eyes are basically the indicator where this thing is. These are size medium creatures. So I'm going to put you guys a little closer to where it would have been because Luna would have seen it at about the 20 feet mark. And yeah, let's mark Luna as petrified. We'll do... This is the symbol for petrified. She is a rook at the moment. And let's start us some combat. Well, I roll this monster into initiative.
Oh boy.
Ooh, it natural 20'd, but it still does not go first. So I'm gonna allow you guys to do this beforehand. Do any of you have ranks in knowledge nature?
Yes.
I do.
No.
Go ahead and make a check if you do.
Oh, nice. Somebody knows something. I did not.
All right, Silvio, you are familiar with the fact that this is a basilisk, and you would know this to be an incredibly dangerous creature, but not a particularly fast creature. With a single gaze, a basilisk can turn a person to stone. However, while this is a permanent condition, if within a very short period of time you can coat that person in the blood of the basilisk, you can revert the stonification of their body.
Alright, and do I know if it's able to turn everyone to stone, like, when they look at it, like, or is there, like, some, like, recharging or whatever that it needs to do?
There is no recharge on it. It comes from looking at it in the eyes.
You have to look. You have to look at it.
Are you gonna yell that out?
Yeah. So I mean, I gotta wait until my turn to do.
No,
free
you can
action.
shout. You can shout
Okay.
that. You can speak.
Oh yeah, like we need its blood and avert its eyes.
Okay. So Felix, you are up first.
I look right at it. No.
Oh, I have an idea, but it's not going to work.
All right, let's see what we can do here.
With its gaze, I mean, not avert its eyes. I don't think we have the ability to go and actually avert its eyes.
I use Mage Hand. I turn its head. Like, what? I knew what you meant.
Oh, that's about as dumb as an idea as I'm going to have.
What do
Can
you
it be affected by mind affecting things? You know?
It can be affected by mind affecting things.
All right. I don't know how you want to rule this, but I'm going to try to avert my gaze and just
Yeah,
get an
basically what I'm trying
AoE.
to do.
Sleep isn't targeted. It's
Yeah,
an
I'm
AoE.
gonna give you a DC 10 perception
All right.
because you still need to look at it. Yep, you can catch a glimpse at it, like you're kind of keeping your head low and getting your head up to just that point. You can see the lower part of it.
I try to put it to sleep.
Let's see if that works. Could end this encounter real quick.
Only if it's up to 4 hit dice. I don't know. I would have known that if it's not or not.
That part you might not have thought about. So you will find that it has no effect. Either it passed the will save, or maybe it has too many hit dice.
Okay.
The Basilisk will go. And it will start to move in towards Silvio. And it will take an attack on Silvio. Since you know Silvio, I will rule that you can have your gaze averted if you want. You can either do one of 3 things. You can either, 1, take a penalty for not looking at this thing as if you were blind, to avoid the gaze attack while it tries to bite you. You can make a perception check to try to partially be seeing it without having to risk the fort save. But if you fail the perception, you take a fort save. You have to make a fort save, or you can just bravely accept trying to make the fort save. But look at it.
I mean, I have skill-focused perception, so I'm gonna attempt to partially look at it.
All right.
And hope that my plus 12 doesn't fail me.
Yep. You are successful. You can maintain your AC as it takes a bite at you. Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
It will hit for 8 points of damage as it gets a big chomp out of the side of your leg. It will be your turn, Silvio.
5 foot.
PP.
So I'm 5 foot
Yep.
there.
And you made your perception for this round, so I'll allow this perception to continue.
Okay. So I am going to flurry. And I am going to use my perfect shot, so I get the.
Yep.
Yeah, I have 2 perfect shots for the day. I'll use my first perfect shot
All right.
during this flurry. Okay, so attack number 1, and the perfect shot reroll.
All right. That will indeed hit.
All right, and I'm getting +1 attack and damage. So,
It's still damage. It does not have any DR, so that will hurt it. You get it right in its shoulder.
and my second attack.
That will hit because you're right within range of it.
Okay.
Nice shot. Good pair of shots there from Silvio. Rusty.
If I want to, all right, so I want to close my eyes. Do I kind of like run up, then close my eyes? Or can I like...
So you have to know where it is first. So you have to at least have some level of eyes on it. You can step forward if you want and try to do it. Give me a... You have ranks in insight, right?
No.
Give me a gauge check then. Okay. You would know that if you can flank it, you'll reduce the chances of meeting its gaze.
Okay. So let me do some calculations here. So how much? I don't forget how much speed I have.
30 feet of movement.
30.
Yep.
I'm not gonna quite get there.
Well, remember you can move on diagonals.
That's true, but I think it still hits me.
It won't hit you. There's just a... So right now you're coming up... You would be coming up behind it.
Okay.
Yeah, you found a way.
All right, great. I guess I will move there. And I will attack it.
Yeah, give me... You still need to make a perception. But it
Okay.
is... You get an implicit bonus to your perception. Very good. Go ahead and make your attack. That will hit.
Ciao.
You stab it right in the back with your rapier. Luna. Are you going to be stoned?
I mean, do I have a choice?
Too stoned or not too stoned?
Like, do I have a choice? Can I just, like, choose to not be stoned? I'll choose to not be stoned if I have a
No,
choice
unfortunately can't. Sorry. Just wanted to check in and make sure.
I'm gonna. Can I have Pavan sniff out where it is? I
Yes.
want to run right here so that I'm flanking.
Yes, you can.
So I got to roll perception for him.
He will still need a perception to make sure he's getting you in close enough.
Of course.
So hold on. Let me see how well he does.
Can I call something out as his thing runs by me?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you're doing called shots or not, but assuming you are, I'll say, if you can throw that rope on its eyes, I can blind it. I can blindfold it. I don't know if you want to try that.
I think actually Pavan has scent, right?
I don't know.
Because I think that gives you a benefit.
Yeah, he has scent.
Let me look up scent real quick. Double check it. But I was pretty
That works.
sure.
There you go. It clicked twice, of course, but it's in the chat. Within 30 feet.
Oh yeah, you're good.
Nice. All right, I'm gonna have him just walk me up, so I'm flanking him.
Yep.
Oh shit! I didn't mean it.
That's the wrong place.
Yeah.
You gonna flank Luna?
Not. No. I'll teach you to get turned to stone. There we go.
All right.
And then I'm actually just I'm gonna have Pavan attack first.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna close my eyes and just swing where I hear him biting.
All right. Pavan will need to make a fort save.
Oh, you can send him. He smells where he is.
Oh yeah, you're correct. You're correct. Bear in mind though that attacking with scent is still technically considered blind fighting. So you'll need to roll twice and take the low.
Or probably roll twice anyway.
I'm just gonna do that as the easier way, rather than doing the roll 50-50. Ooh, Pavan will score a hit.
Nice. Then how do I do the trip thing?
Click damage.
Oh, just 16.
Click damage first.
There you go.
Underneath the attack, click the word damage.
It's not allowing it.
What?
You said you.
Oh, make sure you're clicked on your token,
Oh. I know what I'm doing.
and then try it again.
And now it's lagging up.
Hold on, I'm gonna try it. Nope.
Yeah, it's super lagged. I can't click anything right now. There you go.
All right, I rolled it for you.
Thank you.
6 points of damage, and does that beat the CMD of this thing? The song is very loud, by the way. That will fall short of tripping all 6 of its legs.
Yeah, fair. Then I'm a blind attack him, so I'm clicking twice.
Yep.
Yeah. There you go.
Nope. That is gonna miss.
I'm not even gonna bother with the second one.
Yep. All right, Felix.
He did choose not to throw the rope, which is okay.
I think getting the rope out would have probably got an attack of opportunity.
Yeah. Is there any check I can make to know if can I web bolt this thing to the floor, or does that not work?
You would hamper some of its movement by doing that. It's just going to be easy. It's going to be a little easier for it to break free because you're web bolting it to sand.
But it would still give it the entangled condition.
Yes.
If it hits. Okay.
Yes. The duration's going to be like diminished though. Is
all
what's
right.
going to happen.
Yeah, that's all I can really do. So yeah, I'll try to do that. What's the avert gaze perception?
Perception. Yeah, you are fine. You throw your web bolt out there. Go ahead and throw that in the chat for me. Thank you, sir.
Reflex 15 negates.
Oh man, it will roll like a god and easily manage to like lift up its right legs as the web like splats into the ground beneath it.
Unfortunate.
The Basilisk will go, and he'll focus more on the biting of you. Actually, where's that at in correlation? Actually, it will start trying to move away. It can only withdraw from, I believe, hold on. Don't know why I never remember this, probably because I don't play as a player enough. There it is. The square that you don't take them from, right? Yeah. So yeah, it will attempt to get away.
Is there blood in the sand?
There is a little bit of blood in the sand, but not a lot of blood in the sand. Not enough to coat a whole person. Silvio.
Oh, God, we're chasing him. Fuck that guy.
So, like, is it blocked by those like sand mountains? Like, can I not see it at all? And I'm gonna.
No, you can see it where it is.
Okay, so
it basically went up them, but they're not like super high, and it's pretty tall. Yep.
How did it get so far away?
It moved its full movement. That should have been 40 feet, right?
But yeah. So I'm gonna flurry again. I'm gonna perfect shot for my final perfect shot of the day.
Okay. I guess actually it would be a little bit further back because it would have had to have gone up the mound.
16 hit.
That check your distance. Is that nope? A 16 will not hit.
All right, in my second.
Ugh, that arrow goes way wide. Rusty.
Can I get to it? If it can't go that far, like, can I not go this far?
So you're gonna be kind of climbing uphill a little ways through a like sand dune, so that is going to hamper your movement. But if you spend the whole round charging at it, you could potentially make an attack.
I guess I can't do this blindly. I have to do this.
Yes, you would have to do this well, like actively looking at it.
I guess I'm gonna try. I will charge it.
Give me a perception.
Wait, what? If I'm not. Wait, why do I need a perception?
I mean, unless you want to look it dead in the eyes.
Oh, sure. I thought you said I couldn't not do this.
No, you can try to avoid it. I would change the way your movement would work if you rolled too short. Like, the idea is you're suddenly looking at the ground instead of looking towards it. This idea is like you're getting a bead on exactly where to look, and then you're keeping your eyes peeled there as you move up the hill at it. Go ahead and give me your attack. That with a charge bonus will hit.
Nice.
Ooh. You skewer one of its legs, and it wails out in pain. Luna is still
Good day.
stoned. Higram.
All right, I'm gonna move towards where I know he is, and then when Pavan picks up his scent, I'm gonna double move to get within flanking,
Yep.
and then I'm actually gonna dismount and go here. I froze again. To the right of where my mini is.
Okay.
I'm gonna dismount and go there, just to try to chase him back the other way.
Gotcha.
Because he's acting like an animal. I want him to run away, like back towards where
Yep.
we were kind of.
Felix.
Yeah, I will try to web bolt him again.
That got range.
I'll have to move up a little bit, I guess.
Okay.
So I will move up here if I can, and he
Yep.
should be within
And-
range.
Comes that reflex attempt. Ooh, 22.
Alright, no good.
Since I was using Pavan's movement, could I try to intimidate him to run back the other way?
Yeah, you can give me an intimidate check.
I know he's a monster, but still. Come on, computer. Stop being a jerk. Here we go. Do a thing.
Oh, yeah. You can get him to... He'll run this way. That'll take us to Silvio again.
Alright, I'm gonna perception and then flurry.
Yep.
I think I can actually hit him this time. I think he's in range.
That will be a good enough perception to not have to worry about the gaze. And that will come up a little short. But that's a solid hit. This thing is starting to bleed a lot. It's making a very clear trail across the ground as your arrow lands in another one of its legs. Rusty.
I'm just gonna forgo caring about it seeing me, I think, and I'm just
Okay.
going to charge it again.
All right. Very good. I'm going to give you a luck check here because it may not necessarily look at you until you skewer it. All right, go ahead and make your attack. Ooh, with a +2, that will not be enough. And Rusty, as you, send your sword forward, your eyes come close to meeting its gaze. Oh, so close. Luna remains stoned, though. Higram.
I knew what I should have done. Oh, damn it.
I'm just gonna attack from here.
Yep.
Can't flank him all the way. Okay. Nope. He missed. And I'm blind attacking, so I'm
Yep.
probably gonna miss. I'll try perception. No, I'm not, because I'll turn this down. My rolls are a big old trash.
Oh, roll again.
man. Oh, it hurts.
Oh.
Yep.
Felix.
Alright, throwing out my last spell, trying to web bolt him. I don't know if that does. Do I fail?
That is enough.
Alright, I will.
It's
try
mostly looking
web
ahead of
bolt him.
itself. You are very fortunate there. And it will... Damn, another 22.
Well, I'm out, boys.
It will try to run this way. It is scared for its life and just wants to be able to survive. How can you not care about
I
it?
have a different set of wants.
Silvio.
Or my acquaintance in the stone.
5-foot step here.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure it's within 30 feet.
Yep.
And flurry.
Oh, not like that.
Attack number 2.
That will hit, though.
Alright, for 11.
Yeah. Actually, can I get you to roll some damage on that first shot? Oh, no. Yeah, actually, I'm going to say it. Roll some damage on that first shot.
Oh no.
Oh, you're gonna blink
6.
off of.
Okay. That does not break through the hardness of stone.
I would have mending her before we brought her back.
I saw that coming.
That would have been fun. She has like a permanent divot. But yeah,
I don't know how I got these scars.
you plunge the last arrow into the the remaining leg of this thing, and it kind of flops down on the ground.
All right, I'll spread the blood on her.
You can cut this thing open, and you can kind of move the body over and just start rubbing the body up and down across her body. And Luna, as your eyes slowly return to you, you are being rubbed up and down by the body of this nasty-smelling, purple-skinned creature. Its entrails poured out over your shoulders and on your hands.
God. Can we go back to town? This is so gross.
Told you guys it would work.
I
You
know
didn't
prefer
believe
this to
me,
being a
but
statue in my mansion.
It's
Oh
a new
God.
experience. It's a new experience.
I'm covered in blood. Let me. Oh God, I need a shower.
That's a good experience.
I'm gonna create water and splash it on her.
Cool. Now
Did that
I'm
help?
wet and covered in blood. Now I really want to go back to town.
Oh, you like the blood that much? I chuckle.
are there any other like stone bodies around here to rub it on now that she's back?
There are no other stone bodies. You'll know that usually these things, though, like live in a cave somewhere not too far from wherever they hunt. So it's possible there may be people at wherever its cave is if you want to try to find its cave.
How long does the blood usually keep?
For about an hour.
And did my knowledge check say whether they were solitary or in groups normally?
They can operate in either alone, in pairs, or in a small colony, but it's very rare they operate in colonies.
I'm just not gonna look at anything anymore. The one time I decide to try to be helpful and actually look out for shit, I look at a fucking basilisk. Why? I never roll perceptions. I never bother. My perception is dog shit. Oh, look, a natural 20 when there's a basilisk nearby. The fuck?
To be fair, you saved the whole party from getting, like, surprise basilisked.
I guess.
You provided a valuable service. We thank you.
And now I'm covered in basilisk blood and guts and entrails, and this is disgusting.
After I let her suffer for a bit, I'll use prestidigitation and clean her up.
You asshole, why did it take you so long to do that, goddammit?
I thought the water would work and be funny.
You just wanted an excuse
starting
to
to
cover
prefer
me in
this
water,
dash.
don't lie. Wow! See if I heal you anymore.
He is beat up a little bit too, I think. Oh no, that was Silvio. Got
Sylvia.
wounded.
They didn't attack me.
Silvio did a lot of heavy lifting though.
Yeah, but I think from that you guys had a pretty good gauge on where to go. So you guys can make your way back to the road without problem and find your way back into town. Not exactly in the best of shape, but not exactly in a terrible way either.
Man, we got a story.
Are we trying this again today? Or are we waiting till like tomorrow or something? Or what are we doing? Because I need a shower. I just need to know, am I meeting you back here? Are we reconvening tomorrow?
We could try again
Where we
tomorrow.
go today?
Refresh their spells.
Oh yeah, spells. I forgot.
The people that cast those.
Sure. Maybe we try late afternoon? Like maybe when normal people might be going to look to party? I don't know. Does seems a little weird that a cult would want to get together at like the morning time.
About
I
what
don't
time?
know.
We have afternoon today to check that out.
Yeah, but we can't. People like who used spells. I don't know. Do you have spells left, Felix? I was stoned the whole time, so I have no fucking idea.
Yes, I do not have any spells left.
So if
Well,
you
what
want him
time
to
is
be
it right now?
useful,
It is at
probably
this
not the
point
best.
late afternoon.
Oh, it's already late. Okay.
Yep.
Maybe
gonna
you can
say, if it
hang
was
out
still
here and
early-
scout out and look for people or something, but I'm gonna go shower.
Okay.
So,
Did we go back, or are we still in the desert?
You went
We're
back.
Anybody
Someone-
else
Man, think of all that
play
treasure
out?
we could have gotten from the Basilisk cave.
Hey, I'm up for going back to this Basilisk cave. Is there anything you can get that'll protect you from that type of gaze? I'm gonna go to the pawn shop.
Okay.
I know it's way out of my price range, but Higram doesn't.
we should probably figure out first, like, plan, like, before people just, like, veer off, like, when and where are we meeting back up?
Oh, yeah, that's probably.
One of you
fine.
should probably pick up a compass.
I'm gonna pick up a spyglass. Can you buy a spyglass?
Yeah, you can buy a spyglass.
I can't figure out how much some of this stuff costs.
Oh, you can get petrified from further away.
Okay, tomorrow afternoon, that sound good? Yeah,
Yeah, tomorrow
afternoon's
back
fine.
over here. Okay, I'm gonna go shower. I'm going back home and I'm showering. I'm probably burning my clothes and I'm just like, "Ugh."
Can you imagine, by the way, you're like just wandering around and then suddenly like you're just being coated in like this like cut open body dripping with blood and entrails?
So like a Tuesday.
Oh.
I'm cleaned up. I'll go back to the Mistress Temple. Be like, I have the most disgusting memory to share. Can you just like take it out of my head when I share it? I really don't want to remember this anymore. This was filthy.
Now, sweetie, that's more of Thoth's domain. We don't really
I
do
know.
those sorts of things.
I
Besides,
know.
you can keep it with you and remember it anytime you want.
I know. This is gross. Remember what I never want to have happen again. Okay.
Dearie, you should be more excited. Let us see what it is, and I'll explain to you why you should find such wonderful
Okay, yes.
joy in it.
Yes, you tell me why I should find joy in this.
Higram, you said you were gonna go over and talk to the shopkeep.
Yeah, I was gonna see if I'll get a compass if they have one.
He does have a compass. Those go for
10 gold. I have it up because I
Okay,
was also
cool.
about to go get a compass.
You said 10?
10.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, I might pick up one. How much is a spyglass?
Spyglass, on the other hand,
And it's half a pound.
are 1,000 gold.
Holy crap! I mean, I guess technically I could afford that. So that's what, 10 platinum?
That is 100 platinum.
100. Oh my god.
Yeah.
What does it do?
It gives you a bonus to perception. I'm sorry, it doesn't give you a bonus to perception. It gives you a reduced penalty on distance. So you take a -1 penalty on perception checks per 20 feet of distance to the target. So it's not really good at helping you find your way. It's good at like looking for things where you know roughly where they're at.
Okay, so if I'm trying to find this build wherever these people are,
If
in
you
the
knew
desert,
roughly where to look, it would help you see it from further away.
okay, so that's probably not worth it.
No.
Not that I mean, I technically can't afford it, but I'm not going to. I guess I'll just buy
Are-
a compass.
Are there star charts to buy?
Yeah, there are star charts.
Yeah, if you want to buy star charts, you can.
I don't
How-
know what
how-
that would
how-
help either.
It's
Well, hold on.
plus-
No.
plus 2
Before
survival.
that's a slip. There are no star charts. That's a me slipping on my world. There are no stars. There are no star charts. People do not
Oh, yeah.
navigate that way.
If there were no stars, there couldn't be charts.
Stars.
But the sun and the moon are some of the most consistent things out there, and there are other ways within the world to navigate. But the biggest thing is that people have never really needed these things. They've always had somebody with some sort of magic on a boat. So these kinds of things in terms of navigation on the seas just don't happen. You either make your necessary sacrifices to Deshret and Ursula, and you get the wherewithal you need to get where you're going, or you have a team of wizards to make sure you don't need to do that. Or sea hags, if that be your jam.
Your poison.
So would binoculars be an equivalent to like a spyglass in terms of?
Yeah, they effectively do the same thing. Like,
Okay.
having a pair of binoculars doesn't help you see better. Having a pair of binoculars helps you notice the object what the object that is further away is.
Yeah. Is there like a map of the outer area?
Yeah, you can get a map of the surrounding area. Like, it's a topographical map. But it doesn't include buildings or anything like that on it.
But I guess that wouldn't help us find the thing.
Possibly not.
Possibly not. I'm not gonna try that.
What do their regular maps cost here?
You can get... Hang on a sec. I'm looking up a couple of different things, because I'm also looking up the thing Clarence asked about. So Clarence, he does have something that could cater to the other thing you asked about. I have these goggles, and he'll lay them down on the counter, and they look kind of like smoky. They will make sure that it is much harder for things with the attacks of the eyes to be able to affect your eyes under normal conditions. They would give you a much greater benefit at rejecting the rays. However, while you're wearing them, it also does make it harder to see other things. Obviously, you've got goggles on, and they are blocking eyesight proper.
And how much are those?
I have a set of these lying around. They're partially used. I can give them to you for 8 gold.
For how much?
8 gold.
Yeah, I'll take them. We can go hunt down those basilisk.
These are smoked goggles.
Smoked goggles.
Not to be confused with what it would be like if you took some goggles and put them in like the proper equipment and decided to eat them later.
And then what exactly?
What? They give you a +8 circumstance bonus on saving throws versus visual attacks, but you have a -4 to perception checks while wearing the goggles. And all opponents have 20% mischance.
+8 versus visual, and then minus what?
-4 on perception checks. I can throw the tech. Actually,
Can I
it's
just
easier
look
if
it
I
up?
just... Yeah, they're called smoke
I'll look it
goggles.
Okay, thanks.
What were you saying, Tom? Sorry. You were looking for
do we
maps,
know if-
or...
Yeah, but also in addition to that, do we know if like the mirror trick works, where you look at it through the mirror and it doesn't affect you? Or is that something else like a Medusa or whatever that does that?
So with a basilisk, you know that you can look at it through a mirror and it will not reflect, but you have to put the mirror in the right position in order to do it. It's not like you can just easily fight backwards using the mirror trick. And mirrors are not exactly cheap if you want one big enough that'll really be of any benefit to you. But it doesn't, like, if you put the mirror in front of it, it's not going to make it turn to stone. It is immune to its own gaze attack.
Okay.
So I'm gonna wear these goggles kind of around my neck, and if
Yeah.
we get into some shit again, I'm gonna put them on.
Yep. Watch you be the next person who succeeds their perception.
Yep.
But yeah, Matt.
Like, what's that?
And you said I can buy a compass with no issue, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna add that to my sheet.
Yeah, so a map is going to cost you around 50 gold, but it is always up to date.
Yeah, so I'll grab
Or you're always able to come in and get it updated, I should say.
Alright. So it's a map of the surrounding area?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is a map of the city and all terrain within about 5 miles in each direction.
so that's 60 gold.
All right. So why don't we take a short break, and when we come back, we'll see how the party wants to handle heading back out shortly.
and their hands turn into hooves. So they can't cast spells and they can't hold weapons. I was like, that is so broken. What is happening?
And we're back. It is really powerful. So, you all can recover after the maybe traumatic to some events of the previous day.
So we slept.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to heal up then.
Yep. You can all rest and recover.
Before we head back, could I have gotten my daily heal?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I had enough healing. I could just heal you full. So I
Thank you.
haven't used anything.
Give us this day our daily healing.
Have you done the healing macros yet? You haven't, have you?
No, I keep forgetting. I can actually, I think, do those on the fly, though. So I'll work on those right now. Well, you guys decide what you're gonna do?
Yeah, so I would like to go to the city center, see if there's, like, a basilisk, reward, like, posted there. Like, is anybody looking to have the basilisks eliminated?
So there is a bounty on basilisks, actually.
Oh, man.
Well, shit.
Should've brought part of the body back. I don't know, maybe my memory's enough. Waking up to being covered in basilisk entrails.
There is a place where you can actually go beforehand if you want to go hunting for basilisks. They offer you a couple of items that they will give to you at a reduced cost for your endeavor. And if you bring them back, they will refund you the money that you spend. And they give you a location to inquire at.
All right. So that might be something that we want to do when we get back from the other mission. Or if we run into more basilisks.
So is the so do we have to get the license in order to hunt them?
No, you don't need to have a license to hunt them. You can make more money if you do, because you don't know all the specifics of it, but they are very specific looking for basilisks. That much is clear.
Yeah, so if we run into some, did anybody bring some of that skin back to torture Luna with?
I forgot to.
Here,
Didn't think about
the
it.
skin isn't gonna trigger me. It's just waking up to being covered in basilisk blood and entrails, because my drawback just so happens to be that I probably really, really, really would not enjoy that.
Oh, you're saying you don't want to wake up? Okay. Gotcha.
If I wake up to you rubbing blood on me, I will stab you. I'm gonna sleep with a dagger and I'll just stab you right in the gut.
You really shouldn't tell him.
I'll get covered in basilisk blood and your blood, because I'll stab you while you're over me. Die.
Oh, man.
Dog's going crazy. I don't think he likes me laughing.
No, it doesn't sound like it.
She
I
got
was
too
like, what
charged
is that?
up. He's trying to defend her now. She was all excited.
Good puppers.
All right, so I'm going to take a couple of empty flasks. It's not for basilisk blood. It's just spill on somebody while they're asleep. I'm joking. Completely safe. Completely safe.
All right.
End up charming you.
So, what is the party's plan?
Basilisk blood on me.
Well, now that some of us have compasses.
I still think we should try checking out and seeing if there's someone we can follow, but trying at a later time of the day, because I still feel like it would be really weird for junkies to be heading out to a party temple first thing in the morning.
I mean, I would think they would do it in the evening, honestly.
Yeah, so probably
I thought we were
later in
meeting
the
up
day
in the
the
evening.
better.
Oh, that's what
Like,
time it is.
we decided late afternoon.
Do we
That's fine.
even know for a fact that these people frequently between the city and this place? Why wouldn't they just stay there and party all the time?
Depends on the drugs. Maybe it will kill them if they do it too much. So they
Well, I mean,
maybe they're forced to take breaks.
I mean, Drogoton was the one who suggested we look for someone and follow them.
you mean the guy who's been sober for 40 years or whatever he's been sober for? In my experience, a lot of people in these places stay there. They come down from their high and then they get high again while they stay there.
When you go get drunk at the bar, do you stay at the bar all day?
Some people do.
Can I have you give me an intel check though?
Who?
You.
Sure.
It might occur to you that drugs cost money, and you can't just get money for free.
Depends what kind of drugs. If it's
Get
marijuana,
money
they'd
for
be growing
nothing.
it themselves out there.
They wouldn't go to the church at all. They just be at home high.
They're just making some jankum.
Yeah.
God.
So right now, Luna, Rusty, and Higram, you all should have, if you click on your characters, there should now be a CLW button.
Yep.
If you can click that button for me, just to test it.
Wait, where is it? What do I do? How do I do it?
Positive energy.
Oh, I see it.
And I'm glad I did this. Go ahead, Higram, and test yours. But Luna, can I have you go into your character sheet and go over to the last tab, and where it says SC, change your 1 into a 2?
You mean CL?
Is it CL? I thought it was SC.
It is CL, and
Okay.
you're right. Yeah, I didn't up it properly.
I
Yeah,
just
it's
noticed it
CL.
because you only got a
Yeah.
bonus of 1 on that roll.
I was looking at that too, and I was like, "Wait, what?" Yeah, it's
Yep.
it's the CL
Perfect.
button. Yeah, I missed that when I leveled.
What does
It's
that
okay.
stand
It's
for?
it's regularly done caster level.
Caster level. Basically, there's a spot to put like your character, like your class level, and then also your caster level, because not all casters have the same caster level as their class level.
Yep.
So in case they're different, you can like delineate there that they're different.
And
but-
because sometimes you can have a higher, you can have a disproportionate caster level under some like weird things.
It's funky. So instead of instead of clicking the spell, you just click that.
Yeah, this'll, if you're healing somebody, this'll shortcut that part of that for you. All right. So the 5 of you can meet up once again, just out. Well, I guess no. You were discussing alternatives, or were you still meeting up and then discussing the alternatives?
I suggested we try the evening.
Yeah, I think the plan was that we were going to meet
Well,
up, but we were gonna wait to meet up to at least the afternoon. Was
Yeah,
gonna
do you
be
think
morning.
they'd really be walking like through the desert at night? Like,
I'm not saying night necessarily evening, but I don't think first thing in the morning is
Oh,
probably
yeah.
likely either. So I'm just saying like
Oh, we'll try it afternoon. If we don't see anyone, we'll just try again.
yeah, I mean, I liked the late afternoon idea.
Okay, so you can all meet up in late afternoon. And give me your round of checks while you're hanging out there.
I feel like I just
Yep.
refuse to make perception checks now.
I'm sure you won't get bit by a basilisk in the city.
I don't know.
That's what he wants you to think.
I guess I could roll a gauge too, since I can.
Rolled like terrible anyway.
So really what should be happening first is the perception checks, because the perception is the most important, and then we identify the gauge. Because you have to be able to spot the people first as they're moving through. But there does not appear to be anybody during the first couple hours of being out here by the gate.
Do we want to just rough it again now that we have some kind of direction and a
About how
somewhat
late is it?
map?
It's like earlier in the late afternoon, so it's been about 2 hours since you guys first came out here. Like the third sun is still not closing in on setting. It's at like the high point. You got a few hours.
I'll let you guys call it.
I don't know. We have compasses. Sylvia has a general direction of where it is?
I mean, we were kind of guessing where it is, so
Oh, I guess.
completely guessing and what's more.
I mean, we have the map with an area circled, so that's what we have.
I don't know. I don't even know if the compasses would help us. I guess the compasses help us get back home. Not
Yeah, the
necessarily to
compasses
it.
just basically help us not get lost. So if we travel a bit and we're like, yeah, we're not finding it, we theoretically should be able to find our way back based on going the opposite directions of the way we came.
I guess the only other place we could check is like, I don't know where we are now, but we could try checking like, I don't know, alleyways and other places. Seedier parts of town.
They have to pass through the gate, though, right?
I mean, we were told specifically that that the people heading out there come through this gate. I mean,
And I guess we should just keep watch throughout the day.
Maybe we look super suspicious. Let's wait outside the gate for an hour or two and see if they pass us on the road. Act like we're walking that way, but go super slow and see if they pass us.
I mean, I guess we can wait outside. That's not terrible.
I mean, we're close enough to the town, it's unlikely monsters will be coming this way.
And
Really?
if they do, we can get back into town.
I don't know. At least it'd be some action.
Yeah, I like waiting outside the gate.
Well, we might as well go check out the Basilisks hunting stuff if we're gonna like just kind of chill outside.
I mean, we might not even find another one.
Probably
Yeah,
might.
but in case we do, let's go check it out first.
Okay.
Do we all need to go to sign up, or how does that work? I guess one person
know.
can turn everything in. That way we can keep an eye out for the druggies.
Well, so the sign had said something about some cheap gear that we can
There's
get
a
for
location,
Basilisk
yeah, there's a
hunting.
location that you have to go to, and they have some things that they will sell you for a discounted price. And that you'll get it paid back after you like bring them back.
So, I mean, if we're hunting Basilisks, we should see.
They're probably gonna
what sort
have.
of gear.
I'll tug on the goggles. I'm like, they're gonna have these, but cheaper.
Probably.
Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna tuck mine in my shirt just in case these are stolen from there,
Okay.
and then we can head over. We'll head there.
Is everybody heading there? Just a couple people heading there? What is the plan?
While you guys do that, do you mind if I have a drink and then I'll meet you guys back here?
How far is the place we're going from here?
About 25 minutes from here. So you gotta walk across town a ways.
I don't know. I can keep
so
watch on the gate.
meet back here in an hour. If you want to hang out and watch out for people, that's fine. Whatever you want to do, but be here in an hour, or we're leaving.
Yeah, I'll just hang out around here, look for people.
Who else is staying with Rusty?
I'll stay around here, I guess.
Okay. And so Felix is going to get a drink, and Higram and Sylvia are going back to, or going to find out about the Basilisk thing.
We got the best of plans. Split the party.
Yep.
Well, we're in the city, so
Yeah, I know.
that shouldn't be too terrifying. But maybe it will be. Maybe the Basilisk hunting places, hunting
It's a
humans
trap.
and their Basilisks.
full of
It's run
traps.
by basilisks. The basilisk are hunting you. It's a cookbook.
That's the real surprise is the Basilisks set up a trap
The
for anybody
cookbook
who
for
would want,
people.
who would be brave enough to hunt them. And they all stand like right in front of the entrance, and as you open the door, bam!
They're in a trench coat.
They open it up. Rah!
Oh hell no!
I thought that was a person, not just two basilisks in a trench coat.
Right, exactly.
Well, they stack
Oh.
easy because they have 6 legs, so it could be 6 Basilisks in a trench coat.
Ah, nice.
All right. So you guys can head back. Felix, are you actually going to get a drink, or are you going somewhere else?
Yeah, I would try to find a lower class kind of bar, and I'm gonna ask around about this like temple or where people getting drugs for this place. And
Yeah.
stuff like that.
While they're doing that, why don't you go ahead and give me a bluff then, or a diplomacy, whichever one is more to your liking.
Yeah, if I can do bluff, I will do bluff.
Yeah.
Am I able to apply my smile here?
You
to
may.
whoever I'm talking? All right, I will click that on. So yeah, I would do it while. So you said I had an hour, so like 20 minutes. I'll be getting a drink, just mingling,
Mm-hmm.
and then like if I find like some people that seem like more loopy, kind of high or something like that, I'll approach them and just try to casually bring it up in conversation.
Okay. So yeah, you will. That's with the bonus in there, right?
Yeah, everything's baked in there.
Okay,
Low
rolled
roll,
a 2.
Low 2, yeah.
So
how I would do this would be, I don't know if there's any bonuses for my RP, but I would just like walk up to some people, make some small talk, and then if I notice them being like a little more like attic-y, I don't know if that's a word, like I don't know, maybe they like have like a nervous tick or something like that. I'll just say like, hey, I'm looking for something a little more hard than the alcohol, if you know what I mean. Do you know where I could find something? I heard there's like a temple of people getting high and stuff. Do you know where this is?
Well, you're like over at somebody that you think might be the kind. Somebody actually comes up behind you and says, "Excuse me, sir. Can I ask that you not bother the patrons?"
I am a patron. Who are you?
Come here. Come walk with me for a moment. Let's not disturb these people.
Sure. I'll give him a perception check, seeing what this guy is all about. If I can.
Yeah. He is a very well-dressed individual. He like seems to be very clean cut, very short hair, no facial hair, thin eyebrow, like pencil thin eyebrows. Probably human. They got a lot of humanoid features, but there's something about all of his features that don't fully seem human. But he will kind of like walk with you. And as he's walking with you, you'll pick up on the fact that his mouth isn't moving.
So I am a spellcaster. Does it seem like he's telepathically communicating with me, or is there
Yes, you feel like the words are... You realize kind of like the words are being echoed in your head and not entering in through your ears.
Once I notice this, can I make a conscious effort to try to respond telepathically, or do I still...
Yes, you can choose to think inside of your head and see if he can pick it up. And when you do that, you must understand that you are willingly failing a will save. Because you'll start to feel the magic start to kick in.
Sure.
Why are you looking for these sorts of things?
So my perception check was mainly looking for, as long as he doesn't ping like guard or officials.
Nope,
or
not at all.
Okay.
He is dressed too well to be a guard or an official.
Well, you know, I get around, and I've been looking to have a little more fun these days. Seems like ale doesn't really do it for me anymore. I don't know if you want to bluff, because I'm clearly lying, I guess.
Yeah, give me a bluff. Weird place to be, but... I'm going to need another will save, as you feel something kind of pushing at your head.
Something more than just conversation, I assume. So
Yes.
He's trying to read my thoughts or something. Ooh.
You seem to have a little bit more motivation than that.
Well, I am looking for this temple of these people. For what it matters, I don't know what it matters to you. Do you know where these people are or not?
I know the people to look for.
And you seemingly overheard me, and you seem to be interested in giving me this information in some way or another. What will move your, I guess not your lips, but your mind, coin, or what do you want out of this?
it seems we have a mutual goal. I seek to clean things up around these parts, or at least my employers seek to clean things up around these parts. And if you're going to take that kind of action, I should help facilitate this action. The problem you have is you're looking specifically for the wrong characteristics. Somebody who's probably a bit more experienced might recognize them, but you're looking for somebody who's got an itch or somebody who's got their sort of mind agape. But what you really want to be looking for is someone who is so focused on what they're doing that the whole world around them doesn't seem to otherwise exist.
An effect from a specific favorite drug of theirs, or?
They tend to become more narrow-sighted after the effects start to wear off. It makes it very hard to focus on anything other than getting your next fix.
Well, other than shared interest, do you mind imparting me on who your employers are that are interested in cleaning up the city?
Let's see if you survive, and then maybe find your way back here, and we can discuss details of whether you might be valuable to my employers.
Does the mysterious mind reader have a name?
You will see a vision of the sun setting.
Okay. I'm not one to put things together. Is this what do you want me to call you? Sunset? This feels like a pet name. I don't really swing that way.
You feel like, for a moment, a little bit of pain in the back of your head, like something is kind of pushing on the back of it. Like if somebody put a nail to the back of your head and just started kind of like lightly pushing on it, you feel that like pinprick pressure. I don't make fun of you for thinking that using these words this way is an efficient means of communication. So how about you not make fun of my name?
Well, I don't know your name.
If you need to put words to it, you can call it what it appears to be to you.
Apologies. No offense meant.
I apologize as well. I'm sure you felt that. The connection we make is different than you might otherwise be used to.
Well then. Thank you for the information. We'll be in touch, I guess.
Keep an eye on the one leaned against the wall near the door. They're waiting for someone. That person will walk by, and then they will follow behind them. There are the guides, and there are the seekers. The guides always lead the way, and the seekers always follow. Odds are, if you've been watching for a while, you've seen a guide, just maybe not a seeker yet.
Much appreciated.
You're welcome. Do make sure it's clean. Don't leave anything behind.
Of course.
Thank you. My employers will appreciate your work.
Yeah, so I'll give him a polite nod, and I will try to not obvious keep watch over this person you told me about and see when this other person comes?
Yeah, it's pretty easy to keep an eye on them. Eventually, they will walk out the door and you can follow. But let me cut over to Higram and Silvio. The two of you make your way up to a very large building with a very large sign across it. Like, the letters are about as big as each of you stand. I guess really more like about the height of Silvio, less the height of Higram. But it says in very clear text, Hunters Guild. And as you come in, you will immediately notice that there are statues lining the hallway of various people. And along the walls, there are a number of like creatures mounted on them. Like once you set in past the first hallway, the room kind of opens up into this much larger grand room with these like bits and pieces of various creatures from the desert or the sea that they have managed to like capture for display. And there are a few gentlemen of varying ethnicities, some dwarves, some humans, some orcs, some halflings, all having a bit of a discussion. But as you enter, they will turn to look at the two of you. Good evening, it is close enough to evening, gentlemen. They're all like drinking out of sort of not highball glass. What is that glass? It basically looks like they're drinking some sort of scotch or something similar. I forget the glass type that is. Highball is the long, thin one. What makes you find your way here?
Well, we saw the posting for the Basilisk hunting.
No, Basilisks. Brave souls you are, then, brave souls. We are looking for them. We've had a few people that have tried to go out and do the same, but have come up with nothing more than failures. And it would be nice if we could get somebody to venture back out there and track these things down. We would, of course, have a place for you here, if you could manage to do us a service. He'll gesture out to the hall. There are a few of ours we'd like to bring back. And unfortunately, most of us have come upon problems of our own that stop us from being able to head back out there. We would be willing to offer you a fair deal. 500 gold per hide, but only if in addition to the hide you bring back with it the blood stored in a fresh container. And he will like pull like a flask out, and the flask has a bit of a glow to it and a very like wide mouth on it, and a symbol etched into the side of it that looks like a basilisk. This vessel will do well in storing the blood of these creatures. And the hide, of course, will obviously sell for quite a bit if you bring it in. So I think this works out as a good mutual goal. But we've had very little luck in getting people to do these things successfully. Many people set off thinking that they will be able to handle this thing. But it is much easier to accidentally find a basilisk than it is to intentionally find a basilisk, you will find.
Yeah, we ran across one, killed it. That's how this idea came up.
Well, that is some good news then. Hopefully that is a good tiding, but of course, coming across one and surviving is easier than it is when you're slowly trying to enter their cave The aggressor is usually at the disadvantage. That is what we found. All of you are a full body, yes?
Yep.
See the two of you, but I assume it's not just the two of you going to hunt basilisks?
No, we have a group of 5.
Very good numbers, very good numbers. Well, deal 2 is this. It is a 400 gold investment for this object, for this canteen. But once you have it, if you bring it back, we will pay you the 400 gold, plus 500 for each of the corpses.
Alright. And, if one turns me to stone and I have this flask on me, will the flask also turn to stone, or is it protected against that?
The flask is specifically protected against being turned to stone. It is always recoverable, which is the reason that we keep it this way. It is also designed to be passed through the body of a basilisk without destroying it.
Do you have any way of tracking these? For instance, say someone took one out there and they were trying to get into the cave and they got killed.
Yes.
Would there be a way for us to find them other than just seeing them?
We partner with the local rogues guild, but what we tend to find is that most of these creatures don't shit where they sleep. And so it's not, we often find them much further away than anywhere that the basilisk ends up being.
Gotcha.
Like several miles away, or just
Where we've not actually managed to find where it is that they're staying, so just find a giant pile that happens to contain this object in it. Of course,
So if we don't end up finding the basilisk, can we return these and get our money back?
Yes, you can indeed.
Oh.
Much easier for us. We don't have to lose the money on sending the rogues guild out to pick this up.
40 platinum.
Yep, I'll grab one of the flasks.
I'll get one also.
Okay.
But we're not splitting the profits. No, I don't think that. Just call us Basilisk Flask?
Yep. Basilisk Blood Flask. It is very specifically engineered to keep blood, whatever the blood is. It is basically the equivalent of a God damn it, why can't I think of the spell? The one that keeps bodies around for longer. My brain is broken.
Gentle repose.
Yes, it is gentle repose, but it only works on blood.
Only Basilisk blood or blood in general?
Blood in general.
Huh.
But it has a few other protective elements to stop it from being solidified as stone while it's being held. It doesn't actually count as being held when you're holding it. You'll notice, like, when you're holding it, you can't fully touch it. You're, like, squeezing against, like, some kind of, like, coating of magic that is around it.
Oh, that's a neat trick.
Gotta make sure we don't lose it. Very important.
You said the skin as well?
The skin as well, yes. The skin is quite valuable for us. We can sell that off.
Do you have a knife designed for this skinning?
Oh, yes. Good question. Good question. Hold on. They'll walk over and they'll open up a drawer.
Is that survival? That would be skinning?
Yes, it is survival.
Okay.
And he'll pull out the knife, and he'll walk over. Which one of you would do it?
Not
That'd
me.
be me.
He'll hand it over to you, Silvio. That goes along with the deposit, so you're good there.
Basilisk skinning knife, or just in general skinning knife?
It's a skinning knife. But it is, like, very ornately decorated. It's decorated with, like, the hunting guild's symbol on it. And it looks a little more like a kukri, but it doesn't have, like, that full arced bend. Ugh, words. Why do they have to be hard?
Okay. And did you guys have any other specialty tools?
Not unless you need some smoked goggles. We have a couple of sets that we keep on hand for certain hunting.
Oh, how do they work? Do I need a bluff?
No, they'll explain. They're not looking. They don't really care whether you're lying or not. If you put them on over your eyes, it would make it harder for you to feel the effects of a basilisk. But at the same time, it will impede your vision. We have more advanced items as well, but they get rather expensive for the deposit, and I don't really think they're quite as effective if you're basilisk hunting. Not for the price anyway. Perhaps if you are out searching for much worse things like Medusa, that might be an issue. But this, you should be fine.
All right, and so what do these goggles do? It gives you -2 perception?
They give you a -2 to perception, and they treat the enemy as if it has concealment, so a 20% mischance. And they give you, I think it was it +8 or +4?
+8.
+8 to your save.
+8 to save, but -4 to perception. And your opponents have concealment.
Yep.
So 20% mischance.
And to the save, like you're talking about the perception save?
No,
or the
fort save.
Okay.
So this would be you effectively trading out. I'm more willing to look at it in exchange for I'm probably not going to make the perception.
Yeah, so I don't think it'd be useful for me.
Your perception's too high.
Well, I mean, I have skill focused perception, so I have I have +12. And also I'm a monk, so I have a good fort save of +5.
Do we get any of these goggles for the deposit? Because we have 5 people. I have a pair, but we could. They might be useful for some of the other people we have.
They'll throw in 1 pair per deposit that you paid.
All right, so I'm gonna take a pair to give to whoever wants one.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll grab the pair for what I did for my Basilisk goggles.
Very good, very good. Are you all set? Do you think you'll be good with this? I don't think we have anything else we can do to offer you any aid.
Yep.
Should be. Interesting.
Excellent. Good luck to you. Hopefully we won't have to send the rogues out to reclaim our assets.
I think we'll be fine. I'll start sweating profusely. No.
Yeah, and the 2 of you can head out and meet up with the rest of the party. As you're coming back, you'll notice that Felix is kind of coming out of a building and following along behind someone.
I'm gonna fall way back, just to where I can barely see him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Felix, you'll make your way out of the gate. And can I get a perception check from Luna and from Rusty? Yeah. So Luna, you will
turn the phone again.
You will spot like almost a line of people. You'll spot somebody like that comes out, and then a good distance away from them, another person kind of follows them, very focused on them. And then yet another person will follow behind them that is much more familiar to you as you see Felix make his way out of the gate. And then not far behind them, as you notice Felix, you'll see like Higram and Silvio kind of like walking slowly behind them.
I'm just gonna start giggling to myself and kind of elbow Rusty and like nod in the direction slightly.
Mm-hmm.
Felix, as you reach the gate, you'll see the 2 of them waiting outside of it.
I will try to non-verbally communicate that the people who are interested are the ones I'm following, so I'll just kind of like nod my head towards them.
Yeah.
Oh, perception.
No, you guys can get the general idea here. I think this is pretty straightforward. And you can follow them from here.
So I want to survival and perception. Survival to try and remember the path we're taking. And perception of
that is represented by your survival on the way back.
Okay.
So
perception to keep an eye out for monsters ambushing us.
that is something that everyone can do.
We were also supposed to keep an eye out and make sure that there weren't any, like, on-her clerics or something wandering about trying to come convert people while we're attempting to do this.
Yeah, and the dude with the sword.
And I'm afraid to make another perception, man. I don't want to look at another basilisk. Oh my god.
The good news is there is nothing of any danger as you make your way out to this temple. And as you get there, it looks a little bit run down. Like, it's a little worse for wear, but it is very clearly designed to look like a small little chapel in the middle of the desert. It stands as kind of like a bit of an eyesore, but also like there's a sort of rustic charm to it. And the first person in the line will open it up and step inside and leave the door open behind him. The next person will step in, and after a few short seconds, you'll start to see the door start to close.
Does it look like one of those wooden churches?
Yes.
Like the symbol, but it's a...
Yeah, but it is a symbol of Aether above it. The cornucopia with the music notes hanging above it.
If no one is reacting to stop the door from closing, I'll I guess I won't
Okay.
cast a spell.
The door will close. It's about right about the time you guys get to the door.
Oh, are we just going straight in? I thought now that we know where it is, we'd like plot.
Yeah, I guess so. I just didn't know if there's any magic on the door protecting it or something. I don't know.
Possibly.
All right, so what are we
But
doing?
are there windows pointed out this way or anything?
This building has no windows that you can see through. All of the windows here are boarded up.
Any other exits?
You gonna circle the building?
Yep.
Okay. There are no other exits.
One way in, one way out.
Oh, I say
No
we set it on
windows.
fire. That'll...
Nah.
If
Probably
I
not
had
a good
fire,
idea.
my plan would be barricade the door and set it on fire if I had fire.
I'd
This
like
door
to
didn't
get
work.
60 feet back, and I'll try to conceal spell detect magic.
Okay. Yeah. You can give me the yep. You'll just kind of like whistle your way through it, and your eyes will start to see things for the magic that is upon them. And you will notice that, first of all, your little burning down the church trick would not have worked because it has some kind of magic on it. If you want to give me a school.
Yes, I will give you a knowledge arcana for the school. Is it just one aura, or are there many?
It is one aura on the building.
Yeah, so that is my arcana check, which I think is 15 plus spell level.
Yeah, so it has on it, I think it's protection from or not protection. I always forget which one is which.
Well, I would just get abjuration, and
Or
then
yeah.
if it's a...
But you can then give me a
Spell effect,
spellcraft
spellcraft,
afterward to try to
yeah.
identify it, which I'm sure you'll make, but I
will
spoke a little too
attempt.
quickly. Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so it is definitely, I think, protection from fire, is it?
Ooh, only protected from fire.
What are you gonna do?
My
Electric-
lockpicking.
Electrocute the building?
Just acid splash until it burns down. Burn, erodes away.
Okay, that's gonna take you a while. Have at it.
So it is protection from energy, but I guess I wouldn't know which energy they selected. Anyway.
It is protection from energy. You would also notice that the door has something on it.
That's what I was just about to ask. So the
Yeah.
door's like a spring mechanism?
Does it also radiate arcane lock? I would guess.
It does not radiate
Sure.
arcane lock.
Sorry, radiate abjuration.
It is not. I think this is not an abjuration spell. Hold on.
So yeah, if it's a separate magic item or something, I'll
It
try
is
to.
separate. It will radiate with transmutation. And you will recognize with that spellcraft this to be the open close spell.
Oh,
Open close.
Yes.
it just opened.
I guess. Well, no. If it's permanent, it must be permanently like closing it, which isn't that bad because
It doesn't hold it closed, though, right?
It doesn't.
it would. Well, if it's permanent,
You're not sure of the function. You just know that the spell upon it is open close.
Is this something that, like, if I tried to lockpick it, it would be very bad?
no. Arcane door would make or lock would make that difficult. Open close is just like a simple opening and closing things.
So what's the plan here? Are we just gonna run in and just start butchering, or are we gonna try to blend in and find the biggest?
What is our
target
goal
and
again?
take them out?
Kill everyone except for a Ulaws potentially dude who we let leave.
Then yes, I like Cruz's idea.
Just
Which
run
one?
in for that.
Just run in and start killing.
I will say that was not my idea. I'm just trying to figure out what the.
I
There's
mean, I
only-
think Sylvia should go in first and declare cleansing via the Temple of Lars.
I am under good authority that we shouldn't leave trace of our work here. So, if someone, be it anyone, wants to man the door so no people flee, knowing our faces and what we've done.
What are Lars's colors?
Lars's colors are typically oh god, I don't remember now.
Show
They're-
my holy symbol. These.
They are
Guessing red.
black, and if I remember it, they're black and blue.
Yep. I'm following lawful evil today, so I'm make my sleeve of many garments. All my clothes are gonna turn like black with blue highlights with a symbol of Lars. Let's go. Let's do it.
Red is a Ryotian color. Red and orange are the Ryotian colors. You see red and orange, you might want to start running.
Yeah.
All right, Silvio. This is your show. You tell us how you want to do it.
Oh well, I mean, one entrance, one entrance / exit.
That we know of.
I mean, I don't think there's too much planning we can do. We're gonna go in this entrance here.
No, I'm
Alright.
saying, do you wanna try to like get closer to the clerics or possible spellcasters, then start doing stuff, or do you wanna just come in swinging?
Is it worth me detecting secret entrances on this place before we go in?
That
Yeah,
might
probably.
be- yeah.
All right, I will again try to conceal my spell from the max distance, 60 feet away, and I will try to conceal my spell.
Yep. There are 100% 0 secret doors.
Oh man, that would have been amazing. We come up behind them. They thought nobody could.
Well,
Butcher.
there's no secret entrances or exits from what I can tell. I will have circled the building, of course,
Yep.
in the 2 minutes.
So should we have someone wait outside?
Well, we just need someone watching the door to make sure no one escapes, so they can wait
Yeah,
inside.
from the inside.
Can you web the door so that it can't open?
I could web it, but it would be easily broken with a blade or anything like that.
Ah. Yeah, fair.
But that would delay them around, right?
Ooh, actually, I have to take something back. As you're circling the building, you will notice like there is a faint glow from that's like emanating a bit from inside of the building of something. But it's
Awesome.
inside the
Doors are
building,
broken.
not outside of the building, and not connected to the outside of the building.
Okay, is
Clear
the
the
building?
door, but on the inside.
Yeah, like that's what I was gonna ask. Does it look like this would clue in as like, oh, the walls are thin enough that my spell went through it, or?
You have to assume that because it looks like the light is coming from like inside of the building through like minuscule cracks or something in it.
Which side of the building, or
The
is it
back.
The back. Okay.
Yep.
Seems there's some secret entrance in the back here. I assume we're like further away and we're like in the sand. I'll just draw a diagram of the building and I'll like point to the wall where I saw the emanation of light.
Do you think that's where like the powerful cleric or defender of the atheria is or whatever?
Well, my plan is if we get in there, I'm gonna look for the spellcasters and try to disable them, while you all lot deal with whoever else.
I can guard the door if you need. Or actually, maybe the dog could guard the door.
What dog?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, the wolf.
Yeah.
You got me.
If you also can you can drop a piece of rope by the door. I can attempt to grab people as they leave.
Yeah.
They would have a chance to avoid it.
I'll do both. I'll drop the rope as we go in, and I'll leave Pavan at the door.
Yeah, I don't know how many people are in there or how risky it is, but yeah, we would probably want all our manpower trying to take people down. And just react if people try to run, not let people past us.
Leroy Jenkins.
Well, I guess it's up to you, Sylvia, when you want us to go in.
Yeah, I mean,
Strategically, Silvio, do you want to go for like any mages or clerics, and I attack whoever is on the ground, like the infantry, or do you want me to also go after like the spellcasters?
well, you could probably just try and keep them off of us, so just whoever's closest. And yeah, I'll target wizards or clerics.
All right, sounds like a plan.
Okay.
So as this is a setup.
Super high. I only do setups.
15%? 15% chance?
50% chance, I think you mean.
Either way, I'm still curious. See how this plays out.
Yeah, I think we're heading in unless there's any...
No, that's fine. I'm just...
And so yeah, so if we find the dude with the recognizable sword, remember, don't make any deal with him. Just get him out of there.
Yeah, pretty much my plan, as soon as I walk in, I'm going to drop the rope, and I'm going to leave Pavan at the door.
All right. I am going to drag us on over to the map. Whoop, that is the wrong map. Nope, wrong map.
This church is super familiar.
Wrong temple,
Weird,
you
we're back
idiot!
here.
Why are you not updating? What? Come on, dynamic lighting. This reveal was supposed to be badass, and you've ruined it.
You've given everything away.
There we go.
Oh, there we go.
All right, you enter in. Go ahead and in the first
I don't wanna
two
do that.
squares, can I have you guys in the first two squares within this square? Can I have you guys set up wherever you're going to be standing?
I don't want to be at the front. Let me
And
behind.
try not to stand on top of each other. All right, so all of you enter in, and as you enter in, there is a speaker at the front who is saying some words. And it is with a great joy that we are able to have all of you here today to enjoy the love and the greatness that Aether has brought to us. It looks like we have some new visitors. Hello. Would you like to introduce yourselves or take a seat?
Oh, shoot.
So
And we roll
like,
initiative.
I'm
I object
looking
to this
around,
wedding.
Yeah, identifying what I can
Yeah,
as far as the people here.
you can look
My
around.
best target.
If you'd like, you can please take a seat.
Should I like gauge or perception or?
You can give me a perception and a gauge.
Yeah, I'm trying to identify.
I guess actually just give me a gauge. You can see everything that's in here. Gauge is the most relevant thing.
I
Yeah,
like
so,
how I spy
so I'm trying
Brianna.
to identify potential clerics or wizards.
Yep. Oh yeah, with that gauge, you'll notice that all of the cleric-looking things seem to have like holy symbols around their neck and a holy symbol like on their back, and the one in the top center seems to have like a larger holy symbol around his neck that is golden.
All right.
That's a lot of healing.
And so do I?
But the other people look like they are just like normal random people.
Okay, nobody with this recognizable sword that I'm not supposed to kill. Right?
Nope.
Okay,
Nobody like
cool.
that.
Yeah.
You gonna sit down or say something?
I think.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna go take my seat. I'm gonna come sit right next to this dude. I'm not gonna sit. I'm gonna just start walking over and like get next to him.
Okay. If you guys want to move yourselves.
Wait, which one is Sylvia? My game froze again.
Yeah, I was gonna say you didn't move at all. There you go. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
you
I
can
don't
move
wanna
towards
leave
that
it
guy.
open, then. I'll like.
For the
move over
record,
there
the
like-
rope has been dropped and the puppers is at the door still, or?
Yeah, I'm leaving.
Okay.
Pavana's at the door.
Okay.
Unless somebody goes to move, he won't attack or anything.
I thought
And the rope I also dropped at the door.
did a
What
separate.
is
Yeah,
this?
there we go. Yeah, I gave you. You should now have a Pavan there that you can control.
Oh, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna leave him like. How wide is the door? Is it 5 feet? 10 feet?
5 feet.
Yeah, I'll have him literally right in the doorway.
Okay. If you guys are set with wherever you're moving and whatever you're doing, let me know.
Okay, so I wanted like, can I do like knowledge religion for what a Lars cleric would want to do? Like, do I issue a challenge or do I just start shooting or?
So the most honorable thing to do is to let them know what you're here to do and to issue a challenge. That is like the ultimate show of strength in Lars, is not taking people by surprise, but coming in and telling them what you're about to do and what they need to do.
All right. Yeah, I'll issue a challenge.
Tell me what you say in your challenge. And who you're issuing the challenge to.
Oh, well, to the main cleric there.
Okay.
That's in the middle with the amulet.
This guy up here. Big old gold amulet guy. And what do you say? There's no wrong answer here.
We're here
Except what you're about to say.
representing Lars to issue a challenge. Challenge for your life.
When he says that, I'm gonna cast Bluff. Just only want to flip one.
So, if you get to cast a free bless, then the other cleric gets to cast a free bless. Are you okay with that?
How? He doesn't know he's about to go into combat. I do.
You'd have to be pulling out stuff, getting ready to cast a spell. Like, you'd have to be getting your components ready in order to cast the spell.
Okay,
Likewise,
never
I
mind.
assume I
thought
can't
they
drink
were,
an
like,
extract.
pretending math. Never mind.
Well, I mean, somebody's going to notice you. There's like 8 people in the room that will notice you, like, starting to do that stuff. But issuing the challenge will bring us into combat. But a combat we will not resolve tonight. A combat we will resolve next
late.
week. Good night, everyone.
I should have cast him.